luster.
But it is wrought of the finest gold.
Have you no sense, old man? It needs glitter. It must be seen at the farthest reaches of the assemblage. It must flash when the sun strikes it.
With your leave, gracious lady, I designed this with what I understood you wished.
No matter what you understood. The crown for this child must be radiant as though for the head of a queen.
Yes, but what I tried to do was
You were not engaged to try. You're unworthy of the honor of this work. Look. Look how graceful this is and how earthbound the other.
But that, your beneficence, I designed for a bride. It is for feasting and joy. It celebrates life, whilst the other is to be worn in death.
Say no more. What is sacrificed to Chemosh is endowed with eternal life. Teba, tell this man what it means to die for Chemosh.
To die for Chemosh is to live forever.
I will make a crown that will sparkle in the sun. It will glow with precious stones. It will be happy as a bride.
You disapprove of sacrifice?
Of human sacrifice.
Take Teba outside and wait for me. I've never heard sentiments like yours before. How do you come by them?
Through belief in a merciful God.
And where is this God? Show him to me.
He is invisible.
That makes it convenient for carrying him with you, does it not? Make the crown as I wish it. Deal with this person in the matter. Have him bring the crown to you. And remember my wishes. It must be radiant.
You will bring the crown to me in the sacrarium of the temple.
Yes, my lady.
Do you know where it is?
Yes, my lady.
Above all, remember the wish of a beneficence, that the crown be radiant, not gross and earthbound.
Radiant, lacks luster. They have mountains of gold and palaces full of jewels, and they must use every bit of it.
Never mind their gold and jewels. Why don't you learn to hold your tongue?
You know how sensitive they are about human sacrifice?
Not sensitive enough.
Their ritual is their affair. You had no right to raise your voice against it.
Father, the thought of killing that child...
Keep such thoughts to yourself. Don't spoil things for the rest of us.
No, don't be foolhardy. We are still Judeans and they are Moabites. Don't forget that. They won't.
But, Mother, they don't even think of us as Judeans. Look at Orpah, Moabitess. Didn't she marry me? Aren't we accepted?
That is your happiness. You did speak foolishly, Maloney. But I'm glad of it.
O Chemosh, thou art the force of light.
To our enemies, give evil, plague, famine, and misery.
To our enemies, give evil, plague, famine, and misery.
To our king, grant health, strength, and enduring years of life.
To our king, grant health, strength,
And enduring years of life.
The artisan is here.
Admit him. We shall go on with this later. Fine. Very fine. That too. Show me the rest. Do you disapprove of disciplining slaves, as you do of sacrificing to the gods? Are you going to answer me?
My answer would offend you.
No more than you have already done. It is not wise to be lax with servants. It only encourages disobedience. One must be strong with them. You disagree?
I never confuse gentleness with weakness, my lady.
this more of the teachings of your invisible God?
Not exactly, although his laws forbid the striking of slaves. An abused slave can even sue his master for freedom.
Sue his master! This God of yours, has he a name?
He is known by many names. Elohim, Adonai, Jehovah. It matters not so long as one knows he exists. And I do.
If he's invisible, how do you know he exists?
Is it his invisibility that amuses you?
Among other things.
May I ask a question in all deference?
You may.
Suppose you wish to pray, but you're not near an image of Chemosh.
Then I go to him.
Well, suppose a soldier of Moab is wounded on a field of battle and cannot get to an image of Chemosh to pray for his life.
Then he thinks of Chemosh.
But the Chemosh he's thinking of is invisible at the time he thinks of him. In my work, gracious lady, I have sometimes repaired your God. Isn't it hard to believe that a God who cracks and crumbles and can be repaired by a mere artisan like myself can be the same God who makes the birds sing and the sun rise and set? How can a God whose own head gets broken mend the broken heads of his soldiers?
Tell me more about your Jehovah of the many names.
You have but to send for me any evening. Perhaps we can talk in the gardens, alone.
You will grow old waiting, artisan.
My name is Malone.
An impudent merchant.
What else did she say beside fine?
Oh, nothing important.
It was all genial.
Oh, there was even laughter.
Laughter in the temple of Chemosh.
Mm-hmm.
I have been told it is always very grim.
Not always. The festivals of fertility are far from grim. May I open? Huh?
Is this the house of Malone?
It is. Enter.
Well,
A message for me from the temple. I've been sent for.
something about our work?
No, nothing like that. The girl.
Well.
The young priestess.
She sent for you?
Be careful, Malone.